Can spirits hear when you call them? Throughout history, people from every culture have asked the same question: can the dead hear us? The answer, according to those who regularly interact with the spirit realm, is yes. Spirits can indeed hear us, both our spoken words and our thoughts. But there's more to this communication than simply calling out into the void. Let's explore how it works, who might respond, and why caution is essential. Spirits, especially those who are close to us in life, can still hear and sense our presence. They hear not only spoken words, but also the thoughts we direct toward them. This is because spiritual communication happens on a vibrational level. Every thought and emotion sends out energy. Some spiritually sensitive individuals, like clairaudients, can perceive these energies as vibrations and translate them into words. However, just because a spirit can hear you doesn't mean it will. Spirits have free will, just like people do in life. Generally, spirits of deceased loved ones, family members, close friends, or others with whom you shared a deep emotional bond, are the most likely to respond. They are often eager to be remembered, appreciated, and loved. Love forms a bridge between worlds, a bond that even death cannot break. Connecting with a spirit doesn't require ritualistic tools, costumes, or theatrics. You don't need to light candles, sit in the dark, or dress in black. The essential element is intention. Speak from your heart. Think about the person. Say their name aloud. Quiet your mind and focus. Often, it's in these silent, heartfelt moments that spiritual connections are most powerful. Many people feel a presence, receive signs, or even hear a message in their mind. These encounters can be subtle, but deeply meaningful. Spirits often use symbols, dreams, or vivid thoughts to communicate. But beware, not all spirits are benevolent. While many spirits are kind and loving, others are not. Just like in life, the spirit realm contains both good and malevolent entities. Some can deceive, pretend to be someone else, and manipulate those who are open and unprotected. This is why it's strongly advised to connect only with spirits you personally knew and trusted in life. Impersonation by malevolent entities is a real risk. They may claim to be a lost loved one, an angel, or even divine beings in order to gain trust. This is why discernment is crucial in all spiritual communication. Misconceptions and media myths. Unfortunately, many popular depictions of spirit communication, like those seen on television or in movies, are often misleading or exaggerated for entertainment. Spirit boards, ghost hunting gadgets, and dramatic seances are usually designed to thrill, not to teach. These portrayals often stir fear or promote false beliefs. True spiritual connection is much simpler and more personal. It doesn't require a psychic hotline or a deck of cards. Instead, it calls for sincerity, respect, love, and mindfulness. A final word of caution. Warning: do not attempt to contact spirits, deceased loved ones, or late friends. The Bible gives clear and direct instruction against engaging with spirits or attempting to communicate with the dead. Such practices are not only spiritually dangerous, but are considered detestable by God. Deuteronomy 18 verses 10 to 12 reads, "There shall not be found among you anyone that mocketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee." Also Leviticus 19 verse 31 reads, "Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards, to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God." These scriptures make it clear: consulting spirits or mediums is forbidden. Seeking such contact invites spiritual deception and moves us away from God's will. Trust in Him alone for guidance, comfort, and truth. What do you think? Have you had any experiences? Let us hear them in the comment section. Also subscribe to our channel as we have more interesting issues to dive into. This message is intended for educational and informational purposes only. It is not meant to encourage, instruct, or guide anyone in attempting to contact spirits, deceased individuals, or engage in any form of spiritual or supernatural practice. Listeners are urged to use personal discretion and to consider their own beliefs, values, and religious teachings. The inclusion of scriptural references is solely for the purpose of context and theological discussion.